What if I told you the wisdom that freed emperors didn't come from gold or conquest, but from a man with nothing? No wealth, no freedom, not even his own name. Hey there, if you're fascinated by how philosophy can transform your mind and your life, hit that like button right now. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And tell me in the comments, who has impacted your thinking the most? Because today, we dive into the life of Epictetus. This man was born a slave, a nobody in the shadow of an empire. His very name, Epictetus, literally meant acquired. Not even seen as human, just property. But what came from that so-called property was the mind that shaped emperors like Marcus Aurelius, that shaped soldiers, leaders, and survivors across 2,000 years. You're not going to believe his story. Let's go deeper. Epictetus was born around 55 AD in what is now modern-day Turkey, but back then he was tossed into the brutal Roman machine, a system where power meant everything and the powerless meant nothing. Now imagine being owned by one of Nero's secretaries. Yes, that Nero, the emperor, famous for playing the lyre while Rome burned. So Epictetus, right there in the palace halls, sees raw power, unchecked cruelty, and the rot behind luxury. And it gets worse. His master was abusive. He twisted Epictetus's leg during a fit of rage. Crack. It broke. But Epictetus didn't scream, didn't beg. He looked up and said, "Didn't I warn you?" That moment, right there, is where philosophy becomes flesh. Pain without panic, power without position. Comment below if you've ever been tested by something painful, and ask yourself, how did you respond? Because Epictetus, he chose calm, he chose reason, he chose mastery. And that broken leg, he walked on it, philosophically, for the rest of his life. He said, lameness is an impediment to the leg, not to the mind. Boom. Rewind that if you need to, because that line, that's life-changing. Now don't just sit back. Hit that subscribe button.